Valley Farm in the UK county of Suffolk is a riding school with a difference. Here you can learn to take part in a multitude of exciting equestrian activities, ranging from western riding to side saddle, carriage driving to archery on horseback. But today it's vaulting, a sport that dates all the way back to Roman times.
If you've never come across vaulting in your life before, essentially what it is somewhere between dance and gymnastics, but with horses. So it's choreography, it's gymnastic exercises, and it's all good fun, and it's set to music. In vaulting, the horse is very much part of the team as well as the vaulters. It's a team sport, but you have to be able to feel what the horse is doing. The horse has to feel what you're doing, so they work together, they learn the routine together. And it's a really, really good sport for improving people's horse riding, because you have to feel the movement, you have to be completely in balance with the horse, completely in harmony with the horse. You can't use stirrups or reins or anything to rebalance yourself. So it's a really good sport for anybody that wants to be a better rider, really, not necessarily just people that want to go and compete at vaulting.
I've been doing vaulting for 2 years now, and my favourite thing about vaulting is there's so many different things you can do. I like to challenge myself, and you can do stuff in walk and canter, but today we've only done stuff in walk.
So Lydia is my niece, and it's quite fun for her to be able to work with me and do things that she hasn't done necessarily before. It's great if you can have a bigger person and a smaller person to be able to work together. I remember when I was little working with the people that could lift me and could make me do things. The same as with the ballroom dancing, when you have a good partner, if you go soft and let them move you, you can do anything and it just feels wonderful. And that's the fun thing with vaulting, when you've got your flyers. They can be lifted, they can be supported, they can be helped by the people that have been doing it all the way through, who know what it feels like to be up the top there, and it helps to make you feel safe, and then it's really fun working together with a team.
Amanda does teach us quite a few moves. It is good because Amanda can do it herself, so she can show you which moves to do.
I used to be the coach, but now I've given that job to my daughter-in-law, so I'm now the horse lunger, and I enjoy training the horses and working with them. So even when the vaulters are not here, I'm working with the horses. It's that teamwork with working with an animal and just getting the response. It's just lovely.
My children have been vaulting for a little while now. Lydia's done 2 years and she's been out to some of the competitions. And so she's really quite into it and having a lovely time. Leo has only done it for about a year and a half, and he's planning on going to his first competition this year. And then Leo, lower your hip a little bit. At the moment we're practicing some double movements such as flare, which they're doing where they've got one on the neck and one on the back and their leg comes out behind. It's always harder doing it with 2 people on because you can sort of knock into each other a bit and wobble each other. I used to do vaulting when I was a child, just for fun, not competitions, but used to do it alongside my horse riding and loved doing it with my friends. Arms out. So I'm very pleased that they're doing it and proud to watch them do the moves. Some of the things Lydia does, there's no way I would have been able to do. So yeah, she's much more brave than I was.
So the horse I like vaulting on is Bluebell, because she's not too high off the floor and she's got a flat back and she's fairly long, so you can do more moves along her back.
The bond is super important with your horse because you have to be able to read each other. You have to be completely reliant on your horse to know when you're about to move, where you're about to move to, so you can feel the rhythm, feel the motion, and the horse can be prepared for what you're going to do. And yeah, the horse is just so much a part of it.
The lunger is responsible for the paces of the horse and watching the horse and the welfare of the horse at all times. So when they're working on the horse, although I get glimpses of the children, I'm not really focusing on them because my job is focusing on the horse. Well, we always work the horse equally, both sides. It's very important, especially because many of our horses now are quite elderly. They've been doing this job for a long time. We need to keep them supple, so we need to be able to work them both ways. These horses do all sorts of things. I think it's really important for horses, especially in this environment, to be able to do lots of different disciplines. Some of the vaulting horses do side saddle, some of them do western, we use them for carriage driving, so they have a very varied life. It's not just about the vaulting.
Owen is an Irish sports horse and he's done really well. He's only been vaulting with us for probably a year or two. He's not been doing it for a very long time, so we do still make sure he does lots of training and practicing in between letting the children go on him. But he's very tolerant, he's quite happy to let them do all sorts of movements.
Lydia's coming along amazingly. Leo's just so brave. When he first started, he was very, very nervous. And it's been a real boost to help him with his horse riding too. It's made him feel a lot more confident doing that. But yeah, Lydia's taking after my eldest daughter and beginning to get the dance and get the moves, and she's having fun with it. It's lovely.
So my ambition is to do competitions when I'm good enough to do it and get high marks.
I think it would be pretty cool if I could go to the competitions and do it all in canter, because that's a lot more fun in canter. It is harder as well though.